Okay, all right. Okay, welcome to Sangeet Shala, Sound of Music class 101. Okay. So we are in class 13, which is great, which is like more than 3 months now, just over 3 months. Again, I'll repeat the same thing. Our goal is, and your goal should be to the ability to reproduce a sound. If you hear any sound anywhere, here, there, insect, plant, trees, anything, the question is how can you match your sound to produce like that? It's a whistle, like any of the insect sounds, anything, any birds. So that really is the goal. We have all our range of sounds we can make, so we can't produce all frequencies, but frequencies that we can produce. So our goal is that, and once we do that, we can pretty much sing many songs really well, because you can listen to a song and exactly reproduce that pitch. Then only the technique of the song is it becomes important. Okay. With that said, what are we going to cover today? So what we're going to cover today is um, the first we will talk about Alankar 6 and 7, the bullet 3 here. Actually, let me start my. Yeah, no, 1 second. Okay, so we'll do the Alankar 6 and 7, then followed by the Sargam. So you all can sing. You can do any Alankar you want, right from one. I mean, if you're not ready and you want to do Alankar 2, Alankar 3, anything you want. But in specific, since we have done in the last 2 weeks, 2 Sargams, you can do that as well, or that. Which is one is we did the Sargam for the song in Jabdeep Jalyana, the Rag Yaman, and also Sargam 1, which we did last week, which is the Tuja Mere Sur Mein, is for the Rag Pilu, the first Sargam part. I don't think we will have time for the Sargam 2 today, because this will kind of consume like quite a bit of our time, and also maybe you'll really need that time. Don't want to put too many things on the plate. Uh, and don't want to confuse. So hence I put it here, but I'm not sure I really want to do it. Let's see how things go. All right. So I think don't want to put too many things on the plate. So because the Alankar 6 and 7, the seventh Alankar is slightly complicated one. It is not very. Um, it is easy in the sense it goes in a straightforward manner, but difficult in the sense there are too many notes, things happening. So let's see how it goes. Okay. Any questions before we start? Okay. So Alankar 6. So Alankar 6 goes like this. It basically the RO part, which is the ascent. It goes from the lower sa, as you can see, the lower sa to the upper sa. And the descent goes from upper sa again back to the lower sa. And if you see, it is Sare Sagar, meaning the first. So the first two notes is Sa Re, which is adjacent note, and then it is Saga. So you're missing the Re and saying Ga. So Sa Re Saga Re Ga Re Ma Ga Ma Ga Pa. So it keeps going. So essentially the first two notes are adjacent to each other, and the second one, the second two is basically skipping one note and hitting the other, and goes in that way. It keeps going all the way to the top. And similarly, while returning, Sani Sada, because Sani is next to each other, then again Sada, then Nida Nipa, again the same thing, and in it goes. So this is how it will sound. Okay. So I'm going to do the Alankar one first before that's how we should always start. So it makes it easier. Okay, so we'll do this Alankar 6 now. What I did, as you may know, it is the very first Alankar that we learn, which is Sarigama Padanisa, up, low to up to down. So let's do the Alankar 6. So Alankar 6 would sound like this. Sound will sound like this. Again, I think I'm hearing some sound. Maybe you should mute. Everybody should mute. Please make sure that you remain muted. Sorry. So with the voice, it will sound like this. That is how Alankar 6 will sound. Okay, so we'll switch to Alankar 7. We'll answer the questions later after these two Alankars, but let's go to Alankar 7. So Alankar 7, oh, I see a mistake here in my arrows. Yeah, no, sorry, it's correct. So Alankar 7, the first part is the arrow. The entire thing is basically one going from ascending, which meaning from down to up. So the way it starts is, it starts with just the sa, then sa re sa, meaning, so it goes one note up and then comes down, meaning sa re sa, then sa re ga, again return, re sa. So whatever is marked in yellow is basically in the middle. So sa re, again return, sa. So it goes up from sa to re, and then from re back it is down, sa. Then again it goes sa re ga, up, then again from ga re sa it goes down. The sa re ga ma, up, then the ga re sa is down. So it keeps on going like that until the last one. So it will sound like this when you play. First just the sa. Then sorry. So for my voice, because the descent is on the next page, so I will do the voice part here first, and then we'll do the other one. So this is how it will sound. So when you practice, it should sound like this. So this is how the ascent sounds, meaning where you are going from the lower sa all the all the way to the upper sa. And this is how the ascent sound, and the descent will start from the upper sa. Again, the yellow means you are in the middle of the note. So when you start from upper sa, the next note is ni. Then again go back to the upper sa. Then you start with the upper sa, then ni, then the is the middle note. Again go back to ni, and again go up. So down, up, down, up. So there we were doing up and down, up and down, up and down for each line. But here for each line you are going first down and then up. So it is reverse. Okay. So it will sound like this. Just just the alankar on the keyboard would sound like this. So this is the upper sa. Okay. So this is the complete design, all of the lines together, and just follow the lines as I'm playing. So I'm going to do with the sound now. I mean with the voice. That is Alankar 6 and 7. It sounds really beautiful. When you start playing it, you will really enjoy the sounds of the music. It's truly the sounds of music. You'll just you'll just it'll start ringing in your ears, and then as you keep practicing, it really will come out nicely. So Alankar 6 is okay. It is not very. The good thing about Alankar 6 is it skips a note, so it will make you not sare. So it will make you also tell saga, rema, merpa, it's not merpa, merdha, then gapa, then dhasa. So it's not dhanisa. So it will make you do dhasa. So it will start making you do things and match with your keyboard. So these two the alankars that we did is the two. So we right now have 6 and 7 done. So we got 7 alankars. Please practice everything. See the way like I did, right? I started with alankar 1. So even if you want to practice, if you don't have time, if you want to practice alankar 5th, for example, do 1. Do alankar 1 and then do 5 and 7. I mean, even if you don't do 2, 3. Ideally, if you have time, you should do all. The alankars is really required for all. You trust me, all the 20 alankars I do every day. Never cut short and try to get get into it. Unless you are in a crunch time, that is fine. But as a habit, don't try to do directly a thing. Even experts, I mean, if you have seen any of the things. So for example, if somebody wants to sing, so you must have seen they would self-tune first. Meaning, say for example, if you want to do a song which is a pretty high pitched song, like say चाहूंगा मैं तुझे, so they would first hum चाहूंगा मैं तुझे. So never try to directly hit in see चाहूंगा मैं तुझे. So try to do in your ear, then say चाहूं, or if you are doing say रात कली, which is a pretty low thing, रात कली एक ख्वाब में आई. So always hum first, so that so the note that you want to start at hum and remain there for a few seconds, and then start with the thing. And same thing in alankar. So if you want to do like complicated alankars, like the seventh one, for example, always start with the previous one because they are easier, and then because that will tune yourself to the seven notes and then do it. Okay. So with that said, I we can do the do anything you want. You can do alankar or you can do sargam. No really restrictions at all. With keyboard, without keyboard, with my recorded music, without my recorded music is fine. But make sure that mentally you're telling the notes. Meaning, so when you're telling the notes, it should sound like a song and not sound like a poetry. You're just reading, sare gama pa dha ni sa, because that all are at the same frequency. So basically sa and the upper sa, they're all on the same frequency. So make sure that the only thing is when you tell from keyboard, so it's making me go up my frequency. So it's just helping. At some point, like I said, at some point in the school, they will take off the keyboard. Now you tell Sargama Padanisa, and the teacher wants to make sure that in your scale, every note is hitting as if you have the keyboard with you, and there is no difference. But for that, we will do it later. But right now, you can do with the keyboard is perfectly fine, or with the recorded, Alankar. So, any questions on Alankar 6 or 7 before we? Anybody, any questions on Alankar 6 or you're good? Okay. All right. So who wants to do anything you want to do, right? So whatever you do, I suggest that at least do Alankar 1 or something like that, before you start singing, but yeah. Who wants to do? Yes, Madhuben. Yeah, please.
I'm not doing it with the keyboard. I'm doing it without it. Is it okay? Yeah. Okay. I'll try
Yeah.
the Tu Jo Mere Sur Me, because I've done the song before and I've learned it, so it's
So
easy.
we don't want to hear the song, remember?
No, just the Sargam. Yeah,
Sure.
Alankar. Yeah.
And yeah, see, that sargam to play on the keyboard and sing can be a little difficult because you will then need to know really.
I tried it, and I think I'll need to practice it.
Don't sweat it out, because you can learn without the keyboard, but you should sound nice without the keyboard. Meaning you should be. So this is where I get. I said you are now doing Alanga. Dani ga re sa re ga ma ga ma. So it should sound like a song rather than a flat. Dani ga re sa re ga ma ga ma. So then my pitch is all the same pitch. So I'm not really doing anything with the song. So that's why I'm saying that for this kind of a sargam it will be difficult. But I think it will be good for you to, even before you do that, it will be good to do sargam 1 or something like that.
Okay, let me do the first one.
That you can do with the keyboard if you want.
The first one was straightforward Sare Gama Pada, yeah?
Yeah, so that you can do with the keyboard if you want to, but
my keyboard is over there, so I'm just going to.
Sure. No problem.
Okay, if you don't mind, yeah. And you can be the judge of how I do. Okay. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. I'll do the Dhani ga now. Okay, I need the paper here. Dhani ga re sa re ga ma re ni da pa ma pa re ga dha pa ga ma ga re dhani ga re ga ma. Tell me.
Both were fairly good. And so with this, once you play with the music, it will
Yeah.
it will be good. I mean, so you'll automatically match more perfectly. You're
Yeah.
in the Alankar one. I think it will be good to practice that because I felt, maybe I'm wrong, but I felt you did not hit the upper sa, because see that's what happens if you don't use the keyboard, and then you do it, because it will make you try to go. So you'll go like this and then slowly start, as if a plane is tapering kind of a thing.
Okay, all right. I
The
think
practice
keyboard
is
does
very.
help you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and that's why keyboard is important. And
yeah.
if having a keyboard all the time is difficult, I would suggest that you have recorded. You record your
And then,
thing,
yeah, sing it.
and just keep
Practice.
it. So you can always play at any point you can play the sargam. I mean the alankar, and sing with it, because it's important that you, until you really become proficient. I would suggest that you always have the keyboard,
With the keyboard. Okay.
because it is
Yeah.
really tough to fly on your own.
But this one I tried on the keyboard, but I think it will take me time
No,
to
no,
get used to
no.
the keys. Yeah.
Sorry, the Sargam
Yeah.
part you forget about the keyboard, because for
Yeah.
Sargam I would you'll I'm only talking about Alankar, because
Okay.
once you
Yeah.
do the Alankar, the Sargam, see, once you do, for example, if you do Sargam one, sorry, Alankar one 5 times and sing the same Daniga thing, it will sound far more superior,
Yeah.
because your mind is already in that 7 notes. It's already
Yes.
floating. You
Yes.
see, so you're already. It's like you have already entered a hall.
You are in
It's like
that
a old
aura.
song.
Yeah.
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 So your Om, no matter how bad you say, but Om is sound relatively closer, because you've been hearing Om so long actually. So
Yeah.
hence it is very important to be in that zone of the notes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Good.
Thank you
Good. But
very
it was
much.
good though. Yeah.
Thank you.
It
Thanks.
was good. Yeah.
Practice,
Um.
practice.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's
Mhm.
no other. Who else? Yes, Indraman.
I'm going to do Rag Yaman, the short sorghum.
Yeah. So can you do Alankar one, or is not possible?
Okay.
Yeah. Because see, I think, don't even ask me. You should do Alankar one always. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good, good. So it was good. So, I know playing Sargam on the keyboard may not be that simple. If you are fine with it, you can continue like that. But at some point, you need to get to the speed of the thing that is ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma. So that is the speed. So that is the speed we want to get to, and that you will always find it difficult on the keyboard. So unless you get out of the keyboard and start hitting the correct notes without the keyboard, so this is where you have to be now on your own. Unless you become an expert in keyboard, but you don't want to spend so much time in the keyboard to become an expert in keyboard. You can learn keyboard independently, but you, your Alankar one was good. Your the Sargam was good. Yeah, and also I like the fact that you recognize the mistake. You did Nirega, Narega, Gama, Rega, Rega, Maga, that Papama was kind of difficult for you, but you figured that out, and which is good actually. Yeah. Okay, good. So Ramesh bhai, you want to go?
I'll do a Sargam Yaman. Okay.
Sorry, Ramesh bhai. Sorry. Can you do Alankar 1 and then?
Alankar one. Okay.
Yeah. So everyone, please do that thing because it is really important to do that. I mean, this is true not only here, anytime. You always do it because it really makes your mind tuned to the thing first.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Always do that. Don't even
You
ask.
start with Sargam one. Alankar
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Which is basically just Saragama Padanisa. So I'm not asking you to do difficult Alankar. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Mhm.
Okay. Sa Okay. Now I can do the Sargam Yaman. I can't synchronize singing and playing. I find it difficult.
Yeah, I know. And that is why if you are comfortable, you can do without the keyboard.
All right. Yeah.
Because Sargam, as the Sargam becomes complicated, Ramesh bhai, it is not possible to be with the keyboard unless you are a keyboard player, which is different.
Okay. Or
Because
I'll just sing that.
yeah. But make sure that you are hitting up and down properly. See, this is why RO and RO is so important, right? Because Ni Rega is up, Rega is up, Magare Sasan, so Magare Sasan is again coming down. So you really have to make sure that you're hitting the note. Yeah,
Oh,
go
I'll
for it.
try anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Um, there are a few things. Actually, one is probably coming from the pronunciation. It is not nire ga, it's nire ga,
G.
not ga. It's nire ga, re ga. It is not nire ga, re ga, ma ga, re pa. No, it is nire ga, re ga, and it is ma, not ma.
All right.
And
Try once
pronunciation
more.
is very, very important. Yeah, because the
I'll try
sound.
once more. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is that. And secondly, in your mind, trying to have time. Whatever speed you pick, the tempo you pick, maintain the tempo like this. I mean, so if you want, you can use the beat. Re ga, re ga, ma ga re sa sa ni, pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you can do it with the mind, but if you want, you can use the hand. But it should not be, for example, ni re ga, ma ga re sa sa ni, pa pa ma. The speed can be slow. Ni re ga, ma ga re sa sa ni, pa pa ma. That is fine. We can do as slow as we want. We can do as fast as we want. What should not happen is the speed, the tempo change in the middle, because that is where the tempos are pretty important to maintain.
All
We are
right.
not doing Alankar with tempo. So please try with the. So if you want to go slow because you're having anything, you don't need to look at here on the screen, but just maintain focus on the sheet and
Yeah.
maintain the time. Slow is fine, but just maintain the time. Okay? Yeah.
Okay. Let me try once more. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Yeah. It is better, but still you will need to hit the
I think I need a lot of practice.
Yeah, yeah. Because no, this is what happens when you don't have keyboard with you. Because now you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
because when you play with the keyboard, you are good because you are playing with the keyboard. But when you don't have the keyboard, this will happen, and that's okay. And that is why this practice is important because it should sound like a song. It should not sound like you're reading a paper. You know, but you're doing correct, except that your timing is off.
Yeah, I need to synchronize everything
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah. And for that, I mean, this is true for everybody, for all songs and for all alankars. The very important thing is to first understand the sargam well. Meaning, don't start singing. First make sure that ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga dha ni sa pa pa ma sa ni sa ga pa ma pa. So ni re ga ma ga. So make sure that you have understood that part very clearly in the nearly by heart, not necessarily by heart. So you can read. So what you have is just a cue to the thing, and you're not reading at that point. You know. So you understand like a song, you know it well. First. Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga. So you understand. Then when you sing. It's correct. Ni re ga, because your mind already knows the poetry. So the poetry has to be learned first
Yeah.
without the tune. Without the tune. Because you really have to know, get into the thing very well first. You know, and then do because otherwise constantly you will wait for the next alphabet. Because your mind doesn't know what the next alphabet is. Okay. And this is true for all songs, for everything. Songs don't even start singing unless you know the poetry really well. Any song. You break the song into pieces, mukda, antara, or half antara, or two lines of the antara, then next two line. Don't start singing. Learn the poetry first. There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut. Because songs will sound smooth only if you know it, not otherwise. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
No. These are only techniques. See, Ramesh, bhai, this is people have figured this out so many ages. My teacher has figured out, like, from her teacher, they're just telling, and and I've learned so much from them. It's just that I just want to tell you what these are the techniques. There is no magic. There really no magic. So these people, I mean, Lata Mangeshkar can sing pretty much a song eyes closed because she knows it. She knows it by heart. So song को learn by heart करना बहुत important because then you can tune, you can go up, down, slow, fast. You can do all those because you know the song. You know, so it's pretty important. Okay, good. But you did good though. All your notes are correct. The notes are correct. Only the tempo is the thing. At some point, even in Alankar, we will do something like this. Sa re ga re ga ma. So we will start doing higher. Sa re ga re ga ma. So we will start doing the same Alankar at different speeds.
All right.
Normal speed, multiple speed, double, quadruple speed. Same alankar, exactly the same alankar, but double speed, quadruple speed. So then you will know the alankar is not as simple as it looks. Yeah. Okay. Who wants to go next? You can do anything you want. Alankar 1, alankar 2, sargam 1, sargam 2. Yeah. Yes, Krishna Ben. Yeah, please start with Alankar 1 and then whichever you want to do. Sargam 1, Sargam 2 or something like that.
Now I will do Rag Yaman, Sargam that we got.
Good. Same like Ramesh Bhai. I mean, all notes are correct. The Alankar one is also correct. Perfect, no problem. But the timing has to come. Because in the song, you can't wait, right? Because the song is going. The song is a clock. La, 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 la. So the song clocks keep going. So if you delay there, so it's not going to work. So it will be difficult for you to do it on the keyboard. My suggestion, you learn through the keyboard, but also learn without the keyboard by
Okay.
by maintaining the. But before all of that, make sure you learn the sargam by heart, fairly by heart. Don't not do it by heart. I mean, you don't need to do by heart, but you should know fairly well where you don't have to keep looking at every which is the next alphabet, because then it's going to be a problem. Because then you're always going to catch up. So catching up is not going to be working because you're already late,
Okay.
right? So catch up in any song won't come. Hence, it is a very dangerous thing to in a karaoke to look on the screen for every word, because by the time the word gets highlighted, the music is already gone. So now you're always off. So you can't be off. So you should know the word beforehand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good. But you did well though. There's nothing wrong with it. It is both of you. It's really nice. Yeah. Who else? Yes, Bharti, do whatever you want. Okay. I mean, but start with the Alankar one.
Okay. Alankar one. I'm going to try Rag Yaman. I will try with the harmonium. I'm a bit slow, but I will try. Okay.
No worries.
Sorry, let me start again. I have to learn this properly. Should I just do without the harmonium and see if I have got the correct tune? Yeah?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Not saga pa ma pa. Saga pa ma pa. See
Sa
like this.
ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Yeah.
Sa ni sa ga pa ma pa. Yeah.
Even higher. So when you play the keyboard, you will see.
Yeah.
So this is my sa. Just listen to this, okay? Ma pa. See. Sa sa ga pa sa. Sa. Sorry. Sa ga pa ma pa pa. Sorry. Pa. It is saga pa ma pa. So the pa is at higher. Do you want to try again? I mean,
Okay.
yeah. See, pa is higher. It is not saga ma ga. It is saga ma pa.
Okay. So that means I have to really learn with the harmonium first.
Yeah. So
To
you can
hit the
learn the
notes.
harmonium in pieces also. For example,
Yeah.
saga ma. See, suppose if you want to learn just the saga pa ma pa part, right? So you just learn just that part. Saga pa ma pa pa pa. It is not saga pa ma pa. You know.
Yeah.
Correct. Now do the song again and end it that way. Let's see. No, I'm saying, no.
very poor.
Bharti, sorry, wait. Don't, without keyboard, I'm saying, without keyboard, do it.
Okay.
Without keyboard, do it, but end it the way you learned on the like on the keyboard. Because see, now you are learning two things. You are learning the keyboard and the singing, which is not a good idea. So for Sargam, I would say learn the Sargam in small pieces on the keyboard, but learn the Sargam without the keyboard.
Okay.
You learn the Sargam in small pieces on the keyboard, but the actual Sargam piece, the whole Sargam as a whole, you do without the keyboard because you are really not an expert on keyboard. Yeah. Do you want to do it again without the keyboard, the whole Sargam?
Okay, I will try one more time.
Make sure you end properly. The end should be high, right?
Okay, Sani sa ga pa ma pa. Is that how it is? I keep forgetting without the keyboard. Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni. Pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
No. Okay. Saga pa ma pa. See, so your
Sa
saga
ga pa ma
ma.
pa.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Okay.
Ni
So,
re ga ma ga re sa sa ni. Pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
yeah,
Better.
this is correct. Except you don't need to wait on per for too long. For some reason, your mind is waiting on per for too long. You don't need to wait. But the notes are correct. Okay.
I really
So
have
learn
to
on the for all of you. If keyboard is for all of you, mostly keyboard is difficult. So learn the Sargam in small pieces on the keyboard. Yeah, that's a good idea to do. I mean, like I should have told you last time. Yeah.
Okay.
And then put together without keyboard, just with so that will be easy for you than putting everything on the keyboard because you're not ready for that. Yeah. Okay. Who else? Yes, Banu.
Me? Sorry. Sari I'll do Daniga. Daniga, Reka, Sari. Sorry, start again. Daniga, Reka, Re, Sari, Gama, Gama, Gare, Ni, Tapama, Reka, Tapama, Gare, Daniga, Reka, Gama. I know I made mistake.
No, that is. I mean, I think your so your start notes were not correct. So can you do it again? Dani
Gare gare sare gama gama gare ni ta pa ma pa re ga ta pa gama gare Dani gare ga gama. I made mistake again.
Yeah. So what I suggest, the best way to learn any sargam is in pieces. See this sargam. I mean, if you look at, give me just 1 second. Just so that this will be useful for all of you. Let me show you something which I shared in our group. But you have to learn that line by line the way I have written, because you have already broken down into made your life easy. So don't try to do anything different. So in this, say I put a comma, lines and comma. So learn just learn this first properly. Then in the next line, learn the way I have put comma. Re ga re sa re gama gama ga re ga re ni dha pa ma pa re ga dha pa gama ga re dhani ga re ga. So learn all of this in different pieces. And you can combine some of the commas into, for example, you can learn the ni ga one re ga re sa re Gama gama gare. Learn all of these three pieces separately. Then re ga re ni dha pa ma pa. Maybe up to that point you can do. Then re ga dha pa gama gare separately. Then dha ni ga re ga. Because the last line is simple. If you do the first three lines, the last line will come. Okay.
Okay.
So don't try to learn everything in one go. It is like anything. You have to really learn point. It's like reading a book, right? You do chapter by chapter. You can't read the whole book in one shot. It's not going to be. So it won't work, right?
Okay.
So same thing, yeah. But you're doing correct, okay. So we want to make sure that you're not only doing it with the speed properly, the pitch should be correct, the pause should be taken correct. Because see, the song already the composer has decided. We are not the composer. The composer already said, he's already decided. Re ga re sa re ga ma ga re. Pause. He's taking one beat off. I mean, so if you're, usko talam bolta na in, isko jo tal. So if you do the tal, you will realize that they beat him. Dhani ga. He's missed the beat already. Then he starts the next one. So it is not dhani ga re ga re sa. No, it's not like that. Dhani ga re ga. So in the notation, it is D and G dash. Then the start. So dash means you have to wait for the timeline in the clock. You have to wait for the time. So it's important that we learn the right way. Okay.
Sure.
But otherwise, it was correct. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Who else wants to? Yes, 11.
Okay, I'll start with Sargams. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. And I'll try Rag Yaman. Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
So 11, that is fine, except it is not nirega. It is nirega.
Shall I start again? Sorry.
So can you repeat?
Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
It's still nirega, not nire. You're still sounding kind of partly ga. But another issue is nirega rega ma ga re sa sa ni. Papa ma. For some reason, Papa ma rega sa ni. So instead of Papa ma rega, you're saying Papa ma rega. This is not a song.
Okay.
It's only one note, which is ga. So when you say rega, so when you do like a rag, like a tone, now you're doing multiple notes. You're not just doing ga. You're doing ga. Maybe depending upon up down, you're doing different note. It's only you have to hit only exactly one note. Rega, rega. It's only one note. There is no rag. There is no tune. So can you do it again without? Don't try to stretch any note beyond what is required for the note. Yeah.
Okay. Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Better. So when you listen to the recording, you will realize the difference between in rega what you were doing before and then. Because see, we all that we are doing is what the composer has done. What is right or wrong is not our thing, because in Sargam they are all notes. So in the notes you don't mess with the notes. The notes is pure notes. The ga means it's only ga. Ga, we can't say ga is now we are adding ma into the ga. No.
Okay.
Just ga.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, no problem. But otherwise it was fine. Okay. Yeah, all good. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other?
Nakshi
Yes.
Parekh.
Yes.
Sargam. Rag Yaman without keyboard. Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Yeah, good, good. Like I thought you were in the girl you're trying to kind of stretch. Yeah, don't sing that like a song. Okay.
Ni
Uh,
re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
yeah, it is good. After Papa Ma Rega, your Papa
Pa pa
Rega
pa ma
Rega
re ga
Maga Re Sasani Papa Ma Rega. It's
pa
not
pa
Rega,
ma
it is Rega.
re
Papa
ga
Ma
sa
Rega
ni
Sani Sa. Yeah, it's just
pa
Ga.
pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa
Correct,
ma pa.
correct. Yeah, yeah. Don't try to stretch anything in any different way because it's just one pure note, and that's about it. Okay. Anybody else? Bhaktivan? Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni ga ma ma ga re sa ni re ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa 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 ma re. Sorry, I have to start again. Sorry, Rambe. I was doing fine, but suddenly gone out of. Ni re ga ma ga re sa sa ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Yeah, it's good. It's remember Sani Saga Pa Ma Pa Pa, not
Yeah,
Ma, or
pa.
not a Tivrama or in Komal Pa. It is Pa. So um the, like I know you can do it much better without the keyboard because your mind gets split into. So can you do without the keyboard?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ni re ga ma ga re sa 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 ni pa pa ma re ga sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Saga Pa Ma Pa, not Saga Pa Ma Pa. Saga Pa, Saga Pa Ma Pa.
Sa ni sa ga pa ma pa.
Saga Pa Ma Pa. So the last pa is like becoming Ma, right? I mean, you're saying Pa, but it is not Pa. And do it again. Then can you tell? Saga Pa Ma Pa. So both the Pa should sound the same, exactly the same, because
Oh,
both.
I see. Yeah. Sa ga pa ma pa.
Correct.
Sa ga pa ma pa.
Yeah.
Sa ga pa ma pa.
Yeah, it is not Saga Pamam, Saga Pamama, Saga
Pa
Pama
ma
Pa.
pa. Sa ga pa ma pa. Sa
Yeah.
ga pa ma pa.
That's it. That's how that thing should end because it ends at a higher note. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good. Yeah, sure, no problem. Anybody else? Any sargam like alankar? Feel free to do anything that you know. Are we done? Done? That's it. Okay. I was, like I said, I was going to do. I mean, I was thinking I might do the second, sargam of the Tujo Mere Surme, but I kind of knew that we are not ready for that. Like obviously only one person did the Sargam one for the song, so we will not. Yeah, yes, yes. So, so Indraben, did you're raising the hand? You're saying something? You're muted. So you're muted. You're muted.
That's my granddaughter.
Oh, good. Oh, that's awesome. Wow. I'm so happy that she's, she's listening on the side, because a lot of these things get into a subconscious mind, Yeah. Okay. I think, anybody else, anything? No? Okay. Good. Good. I'm glad. Because,
Rambhai,
yeah.
just a question. Any chance you can tell us more about Pilurag? Because you sent this Pilurag Sargam, but I am not so sure how it goes. And anything you can say more on Pilurag?
No, sorry. So what do you want to do? Sorry.
This Pilurag Sargam you gave us last week or week before last.
Yeah.
So I just want to know more about Pilurag. If you
No, it is. It is just another rag. I mean, like rag Yaman, it is just like another rag. It is. So it is heavily used for romantic songs and.
Yeah. So does it have any like Komal notes or anything in that rag?
No. Fortunately, these are all. I mean, if you go down to the deep, probably it is. But let us stick right now to the pure notes. It will sound good in your scale. You learn in your scale, but when you're doing actually the song, the song will not be in your scale most likely, right?
Yeah.
Could be anything in whatever scale the song is made. But learn in your scale, and when doing in the song, for example, my scale is. But if I want to sing, Chaunga Mai Tujhe Mas, the scale of the song is high, so obviously I have to switch to a different scale. But the mind will do that. You don't have to really worry. I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it. It's fine, because everybody is made with for a certain thing. I mean, we can't do A.R. Rahman's Swadesh Ka Gaana, for example, or Ma Tujhe Salam, because the pitch is so high. But then he doesn't do the lower scale song either. So everybody has their own thing. So no need to worry. But these songs, I'm pretty sure all of you can do it, and it will sound the Pilu thing. For example, the Tujo Mere Surme. Once you learn both the sargams and do the mukda and the music and sargam one and then antara one and the mukda two, and the song ends, it would sound so beautiful. Any program you go, it will be really nice, because then now you've got two different sargams in a span of like 3 minutes. Beautiful sargams, so you can really rock in any in any party. But we'll get there. I think we'll probably need a couple more weeks before we can go there, because we want to make sure that the Sargam 1 is tight before we switch to Sargam 2. Otherwise, I think it will be a problem. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything? Any other questions? Anybody? Who is it? Chotu Patel? Sorry.
He is a friend of ours, but I don't think he will open the video. We have been trying to put his video on, but Chotu Bhai, can you put your video on, please?
No, my question is, if he wants to sing.
He's a good keyboard player, Rambhai. Just there you are. Chotu Bhai.
Yeah.
Can you play one song?
It's not coming up. It's all going sideways,
It doesn't matter. Can you play? Have you got a keyboard handy?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. Next time, come with the keyboard handy, okay?
Yeah, Chotu Bhai, I mean, you can listen to a recording. I mean, if you want to. So do you sing also, or you're only a keyboard player?
No, he's everything. He's keyboard player, manjira player, you name it, he knows it.
Then you know what? Actually, you might probably be able to help somebody else. But actually, it will be good also for you to, for example, play the Sargam 1 and the Sargam 2 of the song. So you can go through a recording to see the last 2 weeks recording, and so it'll be great to hear your take on the keyboard. Because none of us are really like experts on the keyboard, but we are using the keyboard to learn the alankars and the sargam, but not as a so keyboard is not our strength, but it's a very important, as you know, it's a very important learning tool. From that perspective, we use keyboard. Yeah, I think it'll be great if you can in the next week, or if you have it now, you can play it for a few minutes. I mean, uh, oh, are you going to play now or no?
Oh, yeah. Or not
Yeah.
today, no, no.
Oh, it's not today. Okay,
No.
okay, fine, no problem. Yeah, no problem. And Meena Ben,
Sorry.
is Meena Ben who wants to?
No, not today, Rambhai. I'm
Yeah, I know.
listening. I'm learning, still learning.
Of course, no problem. But anytime, see, Meena Ben, we can see, like I mentioned in the class, right? We can always do in the class here, Alankar 1, Alankar 2, anything. So don't restrict, don't think that, I have to do only Sargam 1 or Sargam 2. No. So we can do anything we want, because the whole
Okay.
point is to learn all of these things, because now we are in
Yeah.
Sargam 7, right? Yeah. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Anybody else final, any questions, anything before we hang up? Okay. All right. Have a wonderful evening. See you next week. And we will now, I think, I have a feeling that we will remain in this, like a status quo for a couple of weeks to make sure that everybody gets it, I don't want to add more Alankar and more, Sargam, because it won't help. So make sure that you're doing Alankar 1 through 7, not just Alankar 1. It's Alankar 1 I'm telling because I want you to do Sargam 1 or something, but
Okay.
so in the next classes and all, it will be great if somebody can also do Alankar 6, Alankar 7, or Alankar 4, Alankar 5, so don't stick to Alankar 1. So we'll have a class just with Alankars, just to make sure that you're getting the Alankar correctly. So maybe next week, next week, let's not do any Sargam, but let's do any Alankar you want to play. Alankar 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, whatever you want to do. So let's do only Alankar next class. Okay.